At this point, we see Randy enter the diner. He spots Milo, and a look of amazement and confusion crosses his face. He is emotionally torn between anger and joy, rejection and desire.
Am I interrupting?
Hi!
Hi.
No.
No what?
No, you're not interrupting. I can pick up where I left off.
I see. So, how's it going?
Great. I'm wrapping up the episode now.
Uh-huh.
How are you?
Great.
Good.
Wrapping up, huh?
Just finishing.
Look,
I did leave the guest star sequence for you.
Oh, fine.
I need to leave early.
Fine. I want to say that you did a good job with the last episode.
Thanks. This system is great. Instead of typing everything out, I just dictate it into this machine, then take it to a transcriber, and voila, a finished script.
Yeah, that's great.
It's amazing how quickly the ideas just flow when you can just sit back and let your imagination ramble.
And not be interrupted.
You know what I realized? That the more intimately you know your characters, the simpler it is to write about them. If you can visualize them, almost walk across the room with them, well, then it's perfectly logical what will happen next.
Yeah.
Unless the action flows naturally from the characters, it's stilted and artificial. Even Brecht would have had characters that he identified with emotionally.
Who?
Brecht.
Oh, yeah.
So?
So.
What's next?
What's next? What's next? Unemployment, disgrace, destruction of my reputation. That's what's next.
Wait a minute. Calm
down. I am prostrate before you. I humbled myself. I kissed your feet. I won't be able to live with myself.
You didn't humble yourself. You told me I did a good job. That's it.
Well?
Is it so hard for you to admit that I did a good job without you?
That's not the point.
That is the point.
Okay, so you did a good job.
Without
Big deal.
you. I did a good job without you.
Rub it in. Gloat. Pat yourself on the back.
God, your ego is enormous.
Oh, it's just minuscule compared to yours.
You are out of control. I'm leaving.
Why not leave? The episode's finished. There's nothing for your partner to do.
Oh, so now we're partners. Now that you've walked out, and you've left me high and dry, I've had to write practically an entire episode and a half by myself. And now we're partners? You drive a hard bargain, Buster.
Buster?
But I think you've discovered that I'm equal to the task. I can pay my dues with interest.
I'm slime, okay? I'm yesterday's garbage, all right? Can we do some work here?
Well, I told you I'm leaving early.
In 5 minutes, it'll be early. You can stay 5 minutes.
Great. Okay.
Okay, great. Now, where are we at?
I just don't think you're being honest, that's all.
What do you mean?
I just don't think you're being honest with me about the way that you feel about this whole situation, about me writing the episode all by myself.
Look.
And not telling the producer about you walking out on me.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Well, I didn't.
Didn't say anything?
No.
Good.
Yet.
Oh, I see. Okay. What's the catch?
Oh, no catch. I just want things to be more equal, more fair.
Life is not fair.
Life is mediocre, and it can be fair. I mean, the least you could have done is called me to see if I needed help with the ending.
You didn't need my help. What you did was fine. It was better than fine. It was great. As always.
What? What did you say?
Nothing that bears repeating.
You said it was great.
If you heard what I said, then why make me repeat it?
Verification of data. You think it was great, meaning...
What?
I don't know.
Nice to know you don't have all the answers.
Well, of course not. You have to ask me the right questions.
You keep at it, you'll be as good as me.
Wouldn't that be something?
Something, yes. Now, back to the guest star sequence.
We need something to punch it up.
Punch it up?
Right.
I see, yeah. Well, what do you have in mind?
Nothing.
Out of ideas, huh?
Well, I've been writing all day.
Well, let's see what I can come up with to pull this out of the fire.
Well, you do that. You just save the day, Tarzan. I'm going.
Don't worry, I'll finish it by myself.
Do that.
I won't let anybody know you left early.
Keep it on the QT.
Right.
If you need me, I'll be having dinner.
Right.
With Wonder Boy.
The producer?
In the flesh. Bye-bye.
The guest star turns to the floor director and says, I've seen the woman your producer is dating. What an obnoxious slut she is.
Did you get somebody to take Janelle's place? Hey, I saw my picture and resume in. Did you get it? Did you get it? Hey, this week in acting class, we studied the Chicano dialect. Do you want to hear it? Hey, you want to hear it? Oh, hey, Pedro! Hey, you got away with my sister, hey? Hey, what do you think?
Hey,
come on.
You seen Anna around here?
No, I haven't, but I'd be glad to give her a message if I see her.
Yeah, I got a message for her, but that's beside the point. Hey, Rod, my friend! Hey, glad to see you, buddy. Listen, thanks for straightening out things with your dad for us. You really handle things, and I appreciate that. You know, having you use a little of the old father-son psychology was a great move. A great move, and you really smoothed it over. You know, you got a lot of style, and I respect that, because I'm a guy with style myself. Of course, it was a little expensive coming up with 4 sets of Broncos season tickets, but that's okay, it was worth it, right? Right! Hey, Rod, you're a man of few words, and I like that. Works for Charles Bronson, right? Right! What a guy! Nice guy! Nice guy!
Nice guy.
I do think that Janelle needs help. Immersion in one's craft can lead to crippling and blindness.
I thought that was VD.
What?
I thought VD resulted in crippling and blindness.
Will you please try to swallow your ignorance just once?
Well, you don't have to get so uppity.
Uppity? Uppity? That's a word straight out of Uncle Remus. Would you please try to broaden your scope? An actor is a repository of discovery. In order to discover, one must rediscover. Again and again and again.
Look, Tyson, I listen to you say a lot of words. You know what I mean? More than anybody else, I listen to you. And half the time, I don't even know what you're saying, but I don't criticize you for that, now do I?
What? You do not criticize me. How could you?
Well, of all the big heads, I bet you gotta rent a truck to get your head home every night.
If one could accuse me of having, to use your term, a big head, they would be guilty of the most misplaced envy possible. One should not envy what one was not born with.
And you don't know everything either. You know, I can recite.
Recite?
Poems.
There once was a young girl from Nantucket. Surely you know that classic.
Yeah, and the boy stood on the boiling deck. But that was kind of stupid, because he could have got killed.
Well, no one seems to care about what's happening to her. She could be in some deep emotional shock.
Oh, farm and faker.
What?
I said farm and faker.
That's what I thought.
Poor Janelle is wandering around backstage in a daze.
Maybe we ought to leave her out of this episode. She may not be in a condition to like.
Anna? floor director's looking for you.
Well, he doesn't have to look very far. It's not that big a set.
Well, I don't know where he went. I just wanted to tell you.
Oh, thank you, Sam. You're very sweet.
Where is that little pine-legged, hog-backed son of a doggy?
What?
I'm looking for one slack-jawed, four-flushing, wall-eyed, worm-ass, two-bit varmint.
Oh, you must mean Wormass. Here he comes now.
But I don't want a love interest. It's not right for me. I want to talk to someone about this.
Stand by there, you fur-sucking, two-legged Wolverine.
Wait a minute! One at a time.
I mean, it's just not right for my character. Romance, you know, it will take me at least 2 days to assimilate the possibility, another 2 days to evaluate the parameters of her response, and yet another 2 days to let you know that it will not work.
When I signed on the dotted line with that wonder boy producer of yours, he promised me I wouldn't have to be kissing old women, boy. I don't kiss women. It's for them leading man types, and I got my standards.
She just doesn't have that kind of reach.
I'm gonna give me typecast as some kind of pervert, boy, and then they're gonna be expecting me to do it all the time. Wait! Quiet!
I'll see what we can do. I guess they made a mistake here. I guess they thought you guys were actors or something.
What fools these writers be!
Well, let's put it on the back burner for now, and I'll let them know you got a problem with it.
Either you or my agent or my lawyer.
Same goes for me, boy.
Wow, if I weren't such a nice guy. Places! Let's go, people!
Gee, Anna, you really feel strongly about this, huh?
Yes.
Do you mind?
It's wrong. It's just wrong. You know, I don't feel it.
Do you mind me asking you just as one actor to another why you don't want a love interest?
I don't feel it.
Well, it does seem to me that if they were going to give you a love interest, it's a funny phrase, love interest, isn't it? Well, anyway, if they were going to give you a love interest, it sure wouldn't be Riley.
Precisely. Oh, Sam, what an incisive remark.
Thank you.
That is precisely the problem, and I'm going to say so when the time comes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I have to go now.
Okay, bye.
Oh, did your girlfriend make it to the taping tonight?
What?
Well, you mentioned last week that she'd be here tonight.
No, she isn't. She couldn't make it.
Oh, that's too bad. Other plans?
No, I don't have any other plans.
No, I meant, did she have other plans?
Yeah, sorta. She plans to start seeing some other guy.
Oh, how indelicate of me. I'm sorry, really.
No, that's okay. Now that I finally said it, I feel better. You feel better when you get those things off your chest.
Oh.
Hey, was I dreaming? Or didn't I just call places?
I'm placing. Bye.
Bye.
Good night. Oh. Are we on?
Is that how you guys do things in the Down and Under? You just wander on the set and ask if the camera's running?
Yeah, on the occasion, mate, yeah.
Or would you mind doing it just a bit differently? Would you mind waiting until I called action?
No troubles, mate.
Thanks a bunch of kangaroos, buddy. Okay, in 5, everyone. 5, 4, 3, 2, action.
You know, you just don't look the way I pictured you.
Well, to be honest, I had to borrow the body.
Oh?
Yes, so who is the potential client?
Oh, her name is Gloria. She's a patron of our humble eating establishment.
Oh, a she?
Yes.
You're a she, am I right?
Yes.
Oh, good. Then we're on the right track.
What exactly do you plan to do?
Well, that depends.
On what?
On the type of insertion, how long how long she's had it, the model type, and of course, the exact type of insertion is the most important thing.
Oh. Have you been doing this type of work long?
Oh, my, yes.
Oh, I see. Well, you know, it certainly was fortuitous that I saw your notice in New Age magazine under implants removal in classified section.
You're right. You know, I wanted to advertise in one of your local papers.
Oh, you mean Westward?
Yes, that's the one. But they wouldn't run it. They said something about truth in advertising.
Oh, they're very conservative, very reactionary that way.
Oh, Rita, bless your little heart. Is this the fellow you're telling me about?
Yes, Riley. This is, what did you say your name was?
Milo. Milo Flavenbush.
Well, pleased to meet you, lad. Has Rita told you about what's going on?
She has, yes. And if it's one of those cheap models from Implants or Us, I can rip it right out. Oh, I beg your pardon. So.
Well, that sounds mighty painful.
Oh, not really. Well, she'll feel a little pain for a short while, and she may have to comb her hair a little bit differently for a while, but over and above that, it'll pass.
Oh, to think of poor little Gloria having to go through something like that.
Oh, is it painful to comb your hair?
What do you mean?
Well, this body came with so little of it, I haven't tried it yet. Well, no matter. You people do it so often, I guess it can't be that painful.
Rita, can we be trusting this fella?
How should I know? I only know of him through the esoteric grapevine. Besides, what other choice do we have?
All right, fella. Now I'll be the one taking you to her, and I'll be the one checking anyone that's over, and I'll be the one you'll be answering to if something should go wrong.
Are you the she's boyfriend?
Well, no, I'm not. And what's it to you?
Well, just making polite conversation.
Well, that's not what I call it.
Will you be coming along too?
Oh, if you don't mind, I'd love to observe this phenomenon firsthand.
Well, she'll be there with you because I've got to be driving my bus. And then she'll be reporting to me as soon as it's over. And should anything go wrong, well, I'll be on your tail like a duck on a June bug.
Well, that sounds interesting. Perhaps we can discuss it later.
We really should be going. You know, it's getting late, and I told Gloria to stay put at my pad, but I don't know if we can count on her to follow instructions given the state she's in.
Well, perhaps we should be on our way.
Yes.
I asked you not to follow me here.
It's a real test of my metal not to follow you, lover boy. Grandma Chucky, will you take your hands off my dish?
Honey, I haven't touched your husband yet.
I mean my baking dish.
We know you're just trying to be helpful, but, thanks but no thanks.
What? Put me on your payroll, honey. You need a masseuse?
No, he
Doesn't. No.
Well, I thought you wanted some help improving the menu.
We do want to add.
It's a special dish.
We want to do
Well, how about me? I'm a pretty special dish.
Not exactly what
we had in mind.
We meant food.
Oh, hey! How about stagger pie? Luigi's used to serve that all the time, and it was great.
Stagger pie.
What is it?
What it is a concoction of ingredients of all the things that the public loves. Yes. In fact, maybe, yes, here we go, right in this bag here. I have it right here. Yes, give me that, and give me a mixing bowl, will you, sweetie?
What exactly is stagger pie?
Well, it's a concoction that Luigi says his grandmother gave to him. And, she showed me how to make it one night, and it's real simple if you have all the right ingredients. And sugar, I do. Now, see, the first thing you gotta do, set the mood. There. God, that's good. Okay, back to the basics now. Monosodium glutamate. Dipotassium phosphate. Yes. Silicon dioxide. Yes. Manganese sulfate. Just gotta have some of that. Thiamine hydrochloride. That's for fiber. Oh, and a touch for the cook. Mama, that hurts. Woo! See now. Yes. Copper oxide. Calcium pantothenate. We need some, yes, sodium caseinate. And a touch for the cook. Don't wait up tonight. Whoa! Let's see. Yes, we'll try calcium pantothenate. Mono and diglycerides. And a touch for the cook. My mama was a band leader. Pyridoxine hydrochloride, yes. Cobalt carbonate, yes. Folic acid. And a touch for the cook. What the hell? Another touch for the cook. Now, a little dimethyl tryptolurene. That adds a little kick, you know. Choline chloride. Phosphoric acid. And a touch for the cook. Done now. Let's see. Okay, wait a minute. Ooh, can't forget the ferroorthophosphate. Yes. And then we have manganese oxide. We have pyridoxine hydrochloride. And
a touch for the cook.
A touch for the cook. Yahoo! I'm in Dixie now. Time for the phenylene. I like saying that. Yes, dimethionine. Gotta have it. Yep. Phenylketonuria. I like saying that too. Oh, and the crowning touch. Hydrolyzed vegetable protein with emulsifier. Voila, mon amis.
Is that it?
Are you really going to eat that?
Certainly not. This stuff will kill you.
Cut! That's in the can! Just like you're acting. Hey, just a joke, okay? Stand by for the next setup. Stand by.
That was real nice. Real nice what happened. Let me help you out.
You'll be so kind to take this.
Let me help you out.
And then if you take this, no, I'll take it.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the man who thinks he's brilliant, the greatest star in North America, the only bilingual talk show host in the United States, Mr. Sam Klavier.
Klavier!
Sam Klavier.
Oh, boy, what a reception. Hey, you think you guys got in for free? Hey, I had a strange day today. Today I saw a cop give a ticket to a dog for barking in a no barking zone. Have you guys read the newspaper? I haven't. I'm waiting for the movie. I get it. Boy, I tell you, those panhandlers, are they getting aggressive? The day one of them stopped me on the street, said, I haven't had a bite in a week. And he bit me. Oh, that new Japanese restaurant, have you heard about it? Oh, it's great. The food is great. But an hour after you eat, you start taking pictures of yourself. Get it? All right, if you're going to be tough on me, I'll just introduce my guest and let him take the abuse. Oh, the acclaimed media reviewer and critic. Oh, and we're fortunate to have him with us at all since he spent so much time in Denver, which is where I got my start, you know. Hey, here he is, the one man who can make or break a television program with just a flick of his bick, Mr. Dusty Saunders. Hey, Dusty. Hey, really good to have you with us. How about a Kleenex today?
Thanks.
Oh, you're quite welcome. How about a mini bungee cord?
Oh, thanks.
So, why do they call you Dusty anyway?
Who?
What?
Who calls me Dusty?
Well, that's a better question. Who calls you Dusty?
My friends?
All right, Dusty.
My close friends.
Oh, so, Walt, what led you to be a television critic?
Don't tell us you started out as a sports writer.
Well, actually, I still write a sports column in the news. Say, Bob, don't I know you from someplace?
I don't think so.
You look very familiar. Say, didn't you used to be...
So, what's your favorite sport that you like to write about? Do you think that sports are a pseudo-aggressive urban substitute for male?
Now, Bob, I don't think Walt wants to talk about his sports writing.
Besides, that's all water under the viaduct anyway.
Hey, I still write about sports.
No.
Yes.
Does Linda Bensel know about this?
Who cares?
Hey, I write a sports column for the Rocky Mountain News.
Hey, that's in Denver, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's where I got my start, you know.
Yeah, I'm well aware. You were on a show called Denver Diner at one time.
That's right. You remembered. How nice.
Well, pretty tough to forget a show like that one.
How's that, Dusty?
Walt.
Hey, I really don't want to go into that.
Oh.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
Hey, guys, let's talk sports. So, say you live in L.A. now. You must be a Raiders fan here in L.A.
Perish the thought, Walt. My wife, Anna, and I, we're diehard Bronco fans. You know, once a Bronco fan, you die a Bronco fan.
At least until the fourth quarter.
Well, let's talk about show business, since that's what I know. I like to talk about what I know. That's what a good talk show host should do, don't you think?
Yeah, I think a good talk show host should be able to ask incisive questions and generate a lively discussion on just about any topic.
Oh, well, I agree.
Lively and incisive. Real key words for those of us here on the Sam Klavier Show, Mr. Saunders.
Incisive. I'm glad you brought that up. Oh, I had my incisive questions editor come up with a listing for us.
An incisive question editor. Can you believe the budget for this show?
Hey, Walt, what everyone wants to know, the incident. You know what I'm talking about, the incident. We touched on this once before. Let's really eat the meat on this one.
Hey, can we talk about something else?
Well, that's not very incisive.
Hey, you're the host. You're supposed to be incisive.
But he can't do it without your help, Walt.
Please don't call me Walt. Just call me Frank.
Okay, Frank. We're all friends here. Why don't you give us the lowdown?
Well, Sam, Bob, you both have a vested interest in this since you're familiar with Denver Diner.
Oh, yeah, a brilliant show.
Well, to be blunt, I found the acting amateurish, self-absorbing. I found the scripting to be not deserving of a second look. I wrote 3 columns on that program, calling it the worst thing to happen to Denver since Dynasty.
Sure ruined my Sunday evenings.
Hell, you can imagine my shock and dismay when Denver Diner was nominated for 34 Emmys. They even created a category for Best Comedy Originally Written for Public Access Television.
Some strong opinions about this, didn't you, Frank?
Well, that's perceptive, Sam.
And incisive.
Right.
By the way, you said that opening that Sam here is the only bilingual talk show host in the United States. What did you mean by that?
Now, Frank, we're straying from the issue. Let's just finish our story.
Well, I was afraid you're going to ask me about some of my columns, so I brought a copy of my column along just for reference.
Why don't you just skim over a few of these?
Hey, I'll be glad to.
Frank, I'll enjoy hearing these again myself.
It seems as if a brand new wave of mediocre television is being palmed off on Denver audiences. The show is called Denver Diner, and it's the most pathetic attempt at innovation since USA Today, the television show. I would be hard-pressed to find a more motley collection of old jokes, tired storylines, and cheap production standards. The writers have resorted to the use of guest stars. So, they relieve the limitless boredom generated by the regular plot line, much to their discredit. There you are. You get the idea?
Yes, and what was the outcome of these columns, Frank?
Well, as you know, the show became a runaway hit. It was the first community access program ever to go to network television. My reputation was ruined. I was fired as the media critic, although they did let me stay on as a sports writer.
So, what's your favorite sport that you like to write about?
Well, you don't think you're fooling anybody, do you? I mean, changing your name to Bob and taking a job as second banana on a late-night talk show? Even if they did cancel your show because of what Denver Diner did to you in the ratings.
It's true, Frank. I've got to admit it. And it's largely due to the enormous talent of that guy right there.
Oh, gosh, Bob, cut it out, you little dickens. So, Walt.
Frank.
Dusty.
Mr. Saunders, thank you very much for talking about a subject that must be, incredibly painful for you.
I had no choice. I was forced to do it.
We appreciate that.
That's how we make our living.
Hey, it looks like it's time to break for a commercial.
We're going to cut to a commercial and be right back with Lola, the woman who eats parrots, in a new Roger Corman film, When Rams Die. Hey, Dusty, really good to have you with us. You know, can you stick around?
Oh,
hey,
I hope not. I hope not.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hey.
Places, please. Places, everybody.
We can't find dear little Janelle.
Or that dude who's supposed to be playing Milo.
What do you mean? Don't tell me she's disappeared again.
No, I mean, well, she's here physically, but something weird is going on.
What? Will someone get out here and talk to me? There you are. What's the problem? Is there a problem?
Problem?
Are you ever going to shape this act, or do we get the soap opera bit with real time now?
You're only reinforcing her behavior.
There wasn't a note. Oh, honestly, dear, you mustn't take it so hard. All men are demons, and if you haven't learned that by now, Janelle, it's time you did.
Hey, I resemble that remark, man.
Well, you should.
But what am I going to do? If he's going to Tibet to find himself and I'm here, what if he comes back a different person? Or worse yet, what if he stays and I never see him again? Oh, for heaven's sake, what is she whining about?
Oh, it's not enough beeswax, Missy.
Oh, really? And I'm only supposed to do the next scene with her, and she's carrying on as if this were Euripides, and I'm supposed to be funny. Now, how am I supposed to establish character?
How you establish character is your business, my dear. And while we're on the general subject, I wish you would quit foisting your seething, subliminal, sadomasochistic sectus on the rest of us.
Hey, can we knock off the girl talk? We got a show to do here.
I think I'm dying.
I'll jumpstart you later, babe, but right now, how about being a doll and finish this scene?
I can't. Oh, she is really going for the gold. What a scene.
Look here, Klavier. You know what's wrong with this chick. You better do something to snap her out of it. Otherwise, we're all going to be sleeping at the bus station tonight, if you get my drift.
The poor girl is distraught, no doubt thanks to some creature like you who has ripped her virginal self-esteem to shreds.
So, give me the details later. Can't you just get her to act?
She is acting. She is not.
What is wrong with her?
Well, I don't know. All I can get out of the dear girl is that, well, she had a quarrel, and, well, the man who snatched her off the set is the man she thinks she's in love with. He's a brute, but she's in love with him. She's a slave to his hellish charms.
Wait a minute, you're telling me that her paramour is the one who snatched her off the set? Why, that is sick.
Well, now, what I understand is that they had the quarrel. He came to the set, he snatched her, he grabbed her and hauled her off to his lair, and then he made mad, passionate love to her all night, and then he bathed her body in fragrant and satanic oil so that she might lust for him again. And
works for me.
Oh, and then the beast leaves her a note saying that he has received a calling from the other side. And that he's heard this inner voice calling to him, telling him that he must go to Tibet and find himself.
I don't, how do you lose yourself in a foreign country? I don't understand.
I do. There's a fire in the furnace and no one there to check the meter.
Say, mates, are we ready to go? Ready to set one up, as they say? Oh, hello. Are you rehearsing?
No.
We're making a good show of it.
Get lost.
Oh, maybe not.
Look, Crocodile Dundee, she'll be okay, okay?
Yes, Janelle is a professional.
Oh, please.
So, okay, are we ready? How about it, okay? Okay? Okay.
God, this is a winner, I can tell from here.
Pull yourself together. Pull yourself together, darling. Now, think about razor blades entering your abdomen. Now, that'll help you concentrate.
Not in, Doc. Don't worry. It'll be all right.
Okay! Show business is such a number. In 5, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, action.
No, that wasn't so bad, was it?
No, I guess not. But I don't understand. Why am I back here at the diner?
Because it's the only set we have. Now, why don't you sit down here and I'll make you some herbal tea?
Well, faith and be gone, if it isn't little Gloria. Are you all right, child?
Yes, I think so, but I feel so strange, though.
Oh, that's normal. You had a little visitor in your brain, and there's a bruise there now, but that'll pass.
Who are you anyway?
Oh, well, you can call me Milo. That's the best name anybody's ever called me.
And that thing you removed?
Oh, it was a cheap mind implant. Well, you can get them in any convenience store in the galaxy, really. I've come across them quite a few times myself. They're not the best model available, but you don't need a permit, and they do the job.
Well, what job is this you might be talking about?
Simple mind control. Yes, you see, they're used on people, on subjects whose mental capacities can't be channeled in any other way. It helps them to think the proper thoughts, or at least the thoughts that the programmer wants them to think.
You mean...
Like TV commercials.
Well, similar in effect, yes.
Well then what little Gloria was saying about the waterboard, that was put in there by somebody else?
Oh, this conjures up whole new areas of artistic expression.
Then that means...
That the Army Corps of Engineers...
Are not the good guys.
That means that somebody else is putting little thoughts into her head and following her around, and that somebody is worried.
And you mean my science fiction isn't fiction?
Oh, I see an ambient nature developing here. Something totally different.
Well, we should be doing something to protect her.
Let's call...
The National Enquirer.
No, we need some real authorities here. Like an Officer O'Malley, or a Sergeant O'Rourke.
The Duke
Now, that's only a figure of speech. The district attorney
was in here a few days ago.
And he seemed like...
A nice fella.
Nice fella.
Well, right you are, and I'll be going to see him right away.
Oh, well, Riley, can I go with you? Wandering the halls of justice is such a non-eclectic experience.
Well, you'll be being quiet, Rita, and none of your coochie dances or poetry out of you.
What's a coochie dance?
Oh, no! I forgot!
He left the bread in the oven.
The place might burn down!
Well, feeling better?
I don't know how to thank you.
Oh, don't worry about it. My bills are paid karmically.
Huh?
Never mind. So, you wrote a book, and that's what got you into all this trouble, eh?
Yeah, I guess so. But this sort of stuff is always happening to me.
Well, at least your life's never boring.
Boring, no. But I wouldn't mind boring at least once in a while.
Well, I suppose I must go.
Have you more minds to ream?
What? Oh, mine's to read. Yes, very good. Well, I must get back to work. It was a pleasure meeting with you.
I really appreciate what you've done for me.
Oh, really, it was nothing. At least nothing compared with the adventure you had before I got here.
Adventures, misadventures. I guess that's why I like being a writer. I guess my lot was preordained. I didn't choose this life. I was born in a hurricane, and since that rainy night, I've gone from trouble to trouble, predicaments that double, mistakes that simply boggle the mind. Difficulties plague me, a calm life still evades me, a hard life is the only life I know.
Are we not supposed to be cute for an entrance?
I can't live this way anymore. It's phony, and I'm a phony if I stay here. I have to go. I have to go find the only thing that really matters. The man I love.
No, Janelle, honey, no. If you walk out that door, you're walking out on your own identity. I mean, pathetic as it is.
Just get out of my way, please.
No, Janelle, you don't know where he is.
I do know. He's in Tibet. He's trying to find himself.
Oh, he can't find himself. What makes you think you can?
I'll find him if I have to search every bathroom in Tibet.
Well, that's just great. Now what are we going to do?
Hey, what's going on out there?
Nothing. We're fine. Nothing's wrong. Nothing major. Don't worry.
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Didn't I just tell you nothing's wrong?
That's why I'm worried.
It's okay. I'm in control here.
That's another reason I'm worried.
We're just making a few script changes here. Last minute polish, you know, quality first, that's us.
Do I need to come out there?
No, we'll be ready to go in 1 minute. Okay, Meryl Streep, this is it. Your chance to do some real acting now.
Well, whatever do you mean?
You gotta cover Gloria's lines.
What? Are you insane?
I'm coming out there. Things don't look right.
No, we'll be ready to go in 1 minute, right? Let's go!
Oh, my word. But I don't know all of her lines. I barely know my own lines.
Come on, Anna, don't get cold feet on me now. If you do, they'll shut us down. Then you have to polish these precious little nails of yours in your agent's waiting room.
Oh, what an ugly thought.
Well, are we ready to go?
You bet! Places, everybody! Places!
Oh, my word.
Places! 5, 4, 3, 2, action!
Have you more minds to ream?
Yes. Oh, mine's to ream, yes. Yes, I must get back to work. But listen, Gloria, I mean, Rita, well, Gloria, it's been a pleasure meeting you.
I really appreciate everything you've done.
It was nothing.
Oh.
There's nothing compared with the adventure you had before I got here.
Right! Adventures! Misadventures, that's me!
Sorry.
I guess my lot was preordained. I didn't choose this part. I was born in a parking lot, and since that dreadful day, I've gone from troubles to troubles, predicaments that double, states that simply boggle the mind. Difficulties plague me, a hard life still evades me. A hard life is the only life I find. If I could just sit down a while, the pause would be so complete. If I could just rest a while, the pause would be so sweet.
Bruce! I thought it was you!
Beg your pardon?
I came back to the bus station just one more time, half hoping against hope that I would see you once again.
Are you addressing me?
Bruce, it's me, Randall. You remember me, don't you?
I'm sorry, I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about.
Bruce, after all we've meant to each other, after all the things we've said, I find you in here with... You were talking to this young blonde thing. Might she meant something to you?
Randall, if Gloria were here, she'd want to know what's wrong with you.
Who are you?
Oh, well, I'm sort of a spokesperson for Gloria. And this is a friend of mine, ours, Milo Flavenbush.
Milo Flavenbush? Bologna and salami. This is Bruce. This is a man that changed my life. And I find him in here, alone with you?
Well, it's a long story, really long. But anyway, Bruce, are you sure? Maybe he just looks like Bruce.
Believe me, I know what Bruce looks like. We spent the most glorious 3 days of my life together. I know what he looks like.
Listen, friend, maybe this is one of those, what they call them, coincidences. You know, where they say that everybody in the world has an exact double? Maybe that's it.
I know what you're doing. You're using me.
Oh.
How did you do that?
Oh, now, Randall. If Gloria were here, I'm sure she'd have an explanation for this.
Where is she?
Well, she went out to get a perm.
Can we call her?
No, not till she's out from under the dryer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Perhaps I should go.
No!
But you see, I can't stay. I mean, I've got something that I borrowed, and I have to get it back before it's too late.
Too late for what?
Listen, Randall, if I promised you that Bruce would meet you here later on this evening, would you trust me?
I don't know. I guess I'll have to. Do you know where he is?
Oh, yes. Well, we're practically inseparable.
I guess...
If I were to have him back here in an hour, here at the diner, would that be okay?
I guess it'll have to be.
In an hour, then.
In an hour.
Well, if Gloria were here, I'm sure she'd want to know if you can keep your promise. Something like that.
Yes, well, of course I can, but you know, it's all terribly complicated, and it would take too much time right now to explain. So, if you just tell Gloria, goodbye.
Yes, goodbye, on behalf of Gloria and myself.
Goodbye to both of you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Cut! Great work! That's a wrap.
Mr. Floor Director, may I see you a moment?
Listen, you half-wit! You better solve this little situation by the time we tape the next episode, or I'll see to it that you never walk on a set again.
See you tomorrow.
I wonder what she really means by that.
Disappear. Oh, those red lips, hold them close to mine. Sweetheart, don't delay. Come make a dozen trips, let your red ruby lips kiss my blues away. Now red lips, kiss my doggone blues away. Red lips, kiss the night today. Any old time that you come cuddling near. Now isn't it strange the way the blues disappear? Oh, those red lips, hold them close to mine. Sweetheart, don't delay. Come ruby lips kiss my blues away.
This sure has been a busy day. I've been hogtied with a passel activity. I said, this sure has been a busy day. I've been hogtied with a passel activity. Oh, please do not make me say that dreadful line again.
Hey, what's wrong with that line?
Oh, look, I may be playing a hayseed, but nobody talks like that.
You know, this is really quite an amusing place you have here. While I should have never indulged in your cuisine, I do like observing the various forms of life that wander in.
Or crawl, as the case may be.
I still have nightmares about it. Cul-de-sac after cul-de-sac after cul-de-sac. And all with the same name. End of the line road, end of the line circle, end of the line boulevard, end of the line drive. It's okay. It's okay. Come on, turn your cameras off.
I never thought I'd have so much in common with a Native American woman.
Oh, honey, what you suffer, I suffer. It's all the same. I married this one here thinking, oh, we'll have plenty of cozy evenings together, growing old, forgetting what sex is like. God rest his soul. But no. Instead, I am dragged from one end of South Dakota to the other end of Utah while this Michigan of Laurie here tries to find the spirits of his dead relatives. It's like the men, they live for the dead, like they can't do any better. Do you know what I'm saying? I do. Well, those are two words I never should have said, let me tell you. Hey, brave guy, ready to get a room for the night?
Wife, you will sit and you will be quiet while I attempt to communicate with my ancestors.
In a pig's eye, sweetheart, you collect the spirituality, we're looking for a Sheridan.
Do you know what Denver really needs? A down-home diner. Yeah, someplace where you can get a cup of coffee at 4 a.m. Because there's not a place in this town where you can get a decent cup of coffee at 4 in the morning. Yeah, an authentic diner. You know the kind of place I mean?
You know, this place is kind of homey.
Hey, you're right. It's the kind of place where young kids come to forget their parents. Husbands come to forget their wives, and wives come to forget their husbands.
The Denver Diner.
This place is a gold mine. A gold mine! I'd open a place like this myself if I wasn't so successful at what I'm doing now. Just think about it, though. Anybody in the world could walk through that door. Anybody at all.
Ready? Are you Rick? Am I Rick? Is it a test? Yes, I'm Rick.
Yeah, he's home.
We're going to the diner, don't you know? It's the only place to eat, the Denver Diner. Yeah, we're going to the Denver Diner. Yeah, we're going to the diner, don't you know? It's the only place to eat. When you get home, you end up by the phone. You'll be at the diner. You'll be at the Denver Diner. You'll be at the Denver Diner. You'll be at the dinner. We're eating at the diner. Yeah, we're eating at the Denver Diner. We'll be eating at the diner. Don't you know? It's the only place to eat. You can tell your mama the food is hot, and they never let you know when you're not at the diner. At the Denver Diner. Denver Diner, Diner, Diner,
So stay with us for a few minutes.
And sample the menu.
Remember that your order is always up at the Denver Diner. We screwed that up.
More than a situation comedy. It says,
stay with us for a few minutes and sample the menu at the Denver Diner. Your order is always up.
At the Denver Diner.
One more time.
Hi, and welcome to the Denver Diner. Let's use Union way one time.
Stay with us for a few minutes and sample the menu at the Denver Diner. Okay.
At the sample the menu. Not quite ready. Okay. When you're ready.
Okay, we'll go. Let's go.
Okay. We have fun.
but very educational fun,
Yeah, like Pee Wee Herman.
like Pee Wee Herman. So stay with us for a few minutes.
And sample the menu. At the Denver Diner.
The Denver Diner.
Your order's always up at the Denver Diner.
It's a situation comedy. It's more than a situation comedy. It's a place to eat.
Very good.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, that looks like more fun than I've had in days and days.
He was playing the soundtrack from Cheech's new movie, Born in East L.A.
My talent's in place. Where's my floor director?
Alrighty, can we clear the set, please? Talent only. Hey, talent only, buddy. This means you gotta go.
I wait in the Denver sun for the Suicide Squad. Will they stop the sun? The warm sun on 16th Street, 15th Street, 14th Street, 13th Street, 12th, 11th, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, kablooey! That's all, folks.
Here's the way this works. Your call is at 6 a.m., okay? You get your script at 7 a.m. You have to have it memorized by 10, right? Makeup is at 11 o'clock. We go in front, we tape the first segment at 1:30. You get a 15-minute break at 6. Then we tape the live audience segment at 8:30. Got that? Where are you going? Oh wait, this is fame. This is fortune. This is exciting.